Good morning. It is 5:09 a.m. on, I'm pretty sure it's the 20th today. I would usually check my watch, but I just realised when I went to do this with my wrist that I'm not even wearing it. It's still on charge at home. So every day I always forget something. Yesterday it was my cologne. Today it's my watch. Tomorrow it might be my pants. Who knows? I grabbed my book though. That's the main thing. I grabbed my book. I grabbed my camera. I grabbed my work bag. But I forgot my watch. Well, that's okay. I'll one day of no tracking is not gonna hurt. Anyways, so I made it out 10 minutes earlier today. Maybe because I woke up 10 minutes earlier as well. Funny that. So yeah, look, ultimately I'd still rather leave at 5 a.m. instead of 10 past 5. I mean, like, realistically, I had enough time to turn back and go get my watch, but then I just didn't want to turn around for no reason. So yeah, that's all good. Anyways, on to the mindfulness post for today. I am grateful for, and I always struggle with this every day, I'm grateful for, oh, you know what? I'm grateful for the fact that I don't have some kind of, actually, I was going to say something along the lines of, I'm not attached to anything. Like, I just left my watch at home, and usually I go everywhere with my watch. But I guess I'm grateful for the fact that I'm okay with not having it, because realistically my phone does the exact same thing. Just tells me the time. If anything, if I had to choose between two things, I would have brought my phone over my watch, because my phone can just do more things. But it is still handy nonetheless, and I like having, I don't know why, but it's like I like tracking like my heartbeat for the day, or like my steps for the day and things like that. Besides that, I don't really use my watch for much else. Now, I can't exactly remember the rest of the questions after grateful. Usually I think it's something along the lines of key focus points for today. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's one compliment I can give myself. Hey look, good job for getting out of home 10 minutes earlier than what you did yesterday. It's not much, but it's still good, because that way now I definitely have 10 minutes of reading my book before I get to work. Now, I don't know how exactly I'm going to track it, because I use my watch to track it, but I'm pretty sure I could use my phone for the same thing. Now, key focus points for today. It is nail my emergency response team interview today, hopefully, and then hopefully make it onto the team. Besides that, I didn't bring any food. Like, I didn't bring my lunchbox or anything today, because here's my thought process. I ate a fair bit yesterday, and yesterday was a rest day. Like, I'm telling you, I kind of had 2 barbecues at work, plus a bunch of stuff that I also brought in to eat, so a fair bit of food. The difference is between today and yesterday though is I don't feel like dog shit tired, and I might just I might skip running tonight, just so I can try and get to bed earlier, so that way I can wake up earlier and then go to the gym in the morning. So if I can do that, if I can, go, like, because I think I got to bed at like 10:30, which is fine, it's enough. But it's not enough if I want to be going to the gym in the morning. Like, I need to be going to bed an hour or two earlier, and then that run, even though I only ran for like 34 minutes, it's the other things beside that. So, it's the whole getting changed thing and putting my shoes on and making sure that I've got everything. It's all those little things that all just add up. So I'd say it's close to an hour, perhaps. So I might just skip out on that tonight, and then instead I might just do some stuff in my, like, at home. And when I say do some stuff, it's literally just going to be play guitar, read my book, and then go to bed. Maybe I've been doing a fair bit of ChatGPT stuff, trying to figure out how to automate my stuff from my phone without needing my laptop, because every time I whip out my laptop I feel like it's just a big commitment. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Now, key focus points. And then I think the last question's, how am I going to achieve this? And as always, you just fucking do it. I think that now this is gonna be terrible. This is a terrible catchphrase or slogan or whatever you want to call it. But I remember it from my teenage years, or teenage/early 20s, and it was something along the lines of, if you hesitate, you masturbate, which means if you think about, and that's in regards to picking up women. So it's along the lines of, if you just sit there and think about it and you go, oh yeah, I might go talk to this person, instead of actually just going and talking to them, nothing ever usually happened. So yeah, I think actually a better analogy is probably paralysis by analysis. When you think about something so much that you just talk yourself out of it. I like the fact that sometimes I don't think at all and I just instinctively do it. Or I just do it, I wouldn't say instinctively, I just do it, and I hate every moment of it, but I'm still glad that I did it compared to not doing it. Alrighty, well, the sun's still rising and I'm on the way to work, so I'm going to switch over to my Tim Ferriss Show podcast and then just tune out for the rest of tune out for the next 20 minutes until I get to work. Alrighty, I'll talk to you this afternoon on the drive home. Alright, it is 9:25 p.m. on the 20th of February. I did not achieve a whole lot today. I read my book for 11 minutes and 24 seconds, and that is it. I didn't even manage to fast all day like I thought I could have. I think I got to like midday and then I was just ridiculously hungry. So then I think I had a bunch of protein, because I always have a container of protein in my car, and then so I had a bunch of that. I found some bread rolls at work. So yeah, I didn't fast like I thought I could have. After work, I went and had dinner at Mama and Pop Pop's house, and then we were discussing. Oh well, wait up. So what did I learn today? As always, I'm always learning new things at work. Just like more, like different things about my role, and I think that's pretty much it, hey? Like, I think I learnt some more recommended books this morning. And even just, actually, no, I've been listening to the Tim Ferriss Show podcast. I think I've been listening to episode 792 with Seth Godin. Now, so that episode is playing the right game and strategy as a superpower. I think he was just like, if I can remember anything, I think he was just talking about different strategies, and one of the things was prioritizing. I'm pretty sure, and it was pretty much saying on how if you always keep putting off something, you're never going to do it. Like if you always keep making excuses as to why you can't do it, you're never going to do it. Actually, I don't even know if it was Seth that said that. Maybe that was a different person. I can't remember. Just like this morning, on how I couldn't remember to bring my watch to work until I was already driving to work, and I went to go check the time, and I was like, "Where's my watch?" What positive things happened today? I had my interview for the emergency response team. I've got, I think there's twice as many people as what there are positions. So I've got, a 50% chance of getting in. And, but it was just it was a super positive, experience. The lady that was in charge of recruitment, she's got I think she's got a really good sense of humor, and I'm just a wanker, really. Like one of the questions was like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And I was just one of the first things I said was, well, I don't really have a filter, so I don't know if that's a strength or a weakness. You can take that however you want. And like I said a bunch of inappropriate things, like I made a Hitler joke, because I think it was something along the lines of like, what do you define as good leadership, or what's an example of good leadership, or something along those lines. And then I said on how I was like, oh, I wasn't going to make a Hitler joke, but I've already said Hitler. And then I'm just, the worst part is I just say whatever comes to my mind, like, and I don't think about it, I just say it, and it gets me in lots of trouble sometimes. Except at this new place, like, I'm just myself, and it's really nice. Like, it's ridiculously nice just being able to make crude jokes. Even like when my boss was leaving, he's like, "All right, bye, ladies," and I was like, "What the fuck you just call me?" I was like, "Did you just call us ladies?" And he's just like, "Nah, you must have been hearing things." The cheeky fuck. Like I really do have the best workplace, and yeah. So I think that's a positive thing. Going over and having dinner with Mama and Pop, always positive. I think one of today's discussions was, I conducted a survey, because I've got 2 tomahawk steaks in the back of my car in the fridge, and I was asking a bunch of people of, what do you reckon? Do you think I could cook a tomahawk steak in the pie warmer at work? And then I was getting yes and no and yes and no. But it was just the randomest conversation. Like, I'm just asking people about their opinion as to what they reckon I can cook in the pie warmer at work. And it was just completely left field and just random. But it's like nobody really, I don't think anyone thought it was weird. Like, well, they probably did. They just didn't say anything. But like, they all went along with like the conversation of, oh, maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. And then like, it was just, it was just ridiculous. And for me, that was that was really awesome. I love just being able to talk ridiculously with my workmates about just random things. Self-reflection and notes. Look, I am a bit disappointed that I didn't fast today. Is it the end of the world? No, not really, because I'm still recovering. Like, I did go for a big run last night, and then when I did eat, it really wasn't that bad. Like, it's all I virtually ate was protein, like protein powder. I ate some bread rolls, and then for dinner, I had some handmade, like Mama made some handmade chips and salad, couple sausages, and like it wasn't super excessive or anything. And then when I came home, I nearly opened up like this low calorie ice cream that we've got, but I had the packet in my hands, but instead of opening it, I put it back, and then I just got the blender and I just did my ice, protein powder, and water. And then I've even still got the blender thing in my room sitting on the floor over there, because I dragged the blender all the way to my room so that way I wouldn't wake the kids up with the blender in the kitchen. Yeah, because I mean, like, I know what it's like when someone wakes me up when I'm asleep, and I don't want to wake them up, I guess. Like, I'm a wanker, but I'm not that much of a wanker. So yeah, I was thinking about doing a couple more things, like maybe reading some more pages or playing some guitar, but you know, I think I'm just going to focus on getting to sleep early, because I don't think I realistically got to bed until like 11 last night. So the earlier I can get to bed, the better chance of me getting up early for the gym. Like, I really want to get up at 3 in the morning, or 3:30 in the morning at least, and have a good session. Preferably 3. Like, my bag is pretty well packed. Like, I've got my spare work clothes in there. Like, I've got everything good to go. Oh, the other positive thing that happened was I got a free jacket at work today. So when I went for my ERT interview, it was in a different building that I'd never been before. Didn't even know it existed. Turns out it's where the Enviros hang out. Like, it's their new office. I think Enviros and Health and Safety. And there was this jacket sitting on the chair, and this cool guy, he must be like in my mind, he's like Colombian, or he's like South American. He's just got this really cool accent, and he's just a cool guy. Like, he knows my name. He's like, "Hey brother, how's it going?" Always have a good yarn to him. And then jokingly, he was like, "Oh, do you want?" And like, because there was all these stuff on these seats, so then he picked them up. He's like, I was like, "Oh, am I right to just move this stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro, yeah, yeah." And then he came over and he moved a bunch of the stuff. And then there was this jacket on the chair, and he picks it up. He's like, "Oh, bloody, this is Troy's. Troy doesn't work here anymore." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Oh, do you want a free jacket?" And he's like, "Do you want to be Troy?" And I was like, "I could be Troy." I was like, "I can be Troy when I do naughty things at work, so that way Troy gets in trouble, not me." And then he just fucking pissed himself laughing. He's like, here you go, Troy." And then, yeah, so I'm going to unstitch the name, obviously. And then I was just trying to think of other names that I can put on the jacket besides Troy or Z, because I've already got a Z jacket. And I thought it'd be funny if I had, I thought it'd be funnier if I had like a Taddy Chan or a Zezus embroidery for my name, or maybe just something ridiculous. So that's another positive thing that happened. And look, I did get to work and I did read my book, so I kept that habit going. I didn't get around to playing guitar tonight because I went over to Mama and Pop Pops, and then after I was at Mama and Pop Pops, I went to Woolworths and bought some meat that I could try cooking in the pie warmer at work tomorrow, but I forgot to grab alfoil, so I might have to grab some from the drawer and replace it. But yeah, like overall, it was a positive day. It was a very restful day. I wasn't as tired as what I was yesterday. Yeah, it's hard because during the work week, it's so much harder to go to the gym, and I think that's why on my days off I try and go every day, even if I don't feel like it, because I know that when it's my week at work, I don't go as much. I mean, I was sick last week, like the last time I worked, and I'm still a bit sick now. I keep forgetting to take my fucking medication to work. But besides that, I'll just smash some down now, and then hopefully wake up feeling even better. I don't think I've got much else to say. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna cut this short now. So, look, even if you don't achieve much, I think every little bit counts, and I'm gonna take the little small wins while I can. Oh wait, I did get ChatGPT to update all my stuff. So I mean, the only thing that's going to increase today is the reading time. So I've got 8.02 hours for reading, 9.34 hours for guitar, 27.36 hours for the gym, and then I've run 29.49 kilometers. So that's where I'm sitting for this year so far. And look, honestly, fuck, even if I only did 10 minutes today for reading, that's still a hell of a lot more than what I did in the last couple of years. So that's something to be proud of. Anyways, I'm going to get some sleep. Just remember, you've got this, you're enough. The world's a better place with you in it, and go crush some goals. Oh wait, I did forget something. I bought these now, I don't know how nerdy this is, but I've always wanted to twirl pens with my fingers, and I can do it a little bit. So I may or may not have bought some pens to learn how to twirl. I haven't tried to do anything yet, but I think they're pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Even though they just look like little batons for your fingers. Yeah, I just wanted to, I had them sitting right next to me, and I was supposed to bring them up at some point, but I never did. So they can hang out at the end of the video if anyone wants to see this. Bye.